Let me tell you an ancient tale about mountains and Crom and the riddle of steel, as well as the riddle of train tracks. Okay, because I wanted to talk about a bunch of different stuff while I showed you guys a little tour of my city. And this seemed like a fun place to start because I can start fire against these rocks. Look, look, the rocks are on fire. They don't even look burned. That's how good of the rocks these are. These rocks, you can burn them forever and they're still not burned. Isn't that pretty cool? I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go into the city. Now, this is just one of the various tram stations I've built to go to the city proper. This is way far away in like my little mining area here. Not really much of an outpost yet, but as you can see, looking at that, it stretches way the heck back there. I thought about getting it a little bit more decoration, but for right now, it's just going to be very rectangular and functional. Functional is key. You see, because if you have function, then you don't need to junction. I'm sure that means something to someone. I'm not sure who, though. And recently I've been trying, to stream on Twitch, and it's a weird process. I don't really 100% understand it, I don't think. Huh. But, but yeah, I gotta push my weight until it gets. There we go. But you can see that I've built out quite a ways for my city so that we could have a decent mining operation. I mean, it never really got super underway, but it's fine. We built this in the meantime. These automatic trams that will take us all the way back to the city. And you can start to see some of it appear there in the distance. Isn't that cool? Wow! It's like I'm a tour board or something. I'm gonna make little pamphlets, and then you'll want to come visit my city. You'll want to come get a citizenship in my little socialist paradise, where everyone has the same pay. Well, no, maybe not that. You'll see. You'll see when you get here. When you get here, and we ask you to be. No, 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 no. There we go. When we ask you to be the new doctor, and then you'll be like, I don't have any medical training, and then I'll be like, oh, don't worry, we'll take care of that. Oh, I don't actually have time for this. So this is the station that goes out to the mining district. And you can see here that we have quite a lovely little city out here. Some big arches, stuff like that. A lot of rain. I love the rain. The rain is like my favorite kind of weather, actually. It always makes me feel very peaceful and very like, um, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I just kind of like calm down on the inside when I see rain. Like even if I'm really calm, it just like adds to it somehow. I hear a lot of people get like sad during rain, but I don't get sad. Not during rain anyway. And, I don't know. I think it's very lovely out here. And you can see we have these I put these little roses, like these little rose gardens in here to give it a little bit of extra color. But we're gonna start here in the train station area because this train station has three different stops to it. And I'll take you to each of them and I'll show you where they all go and all that fun stuff. Here is the little cafe and the honk cafe. I built this nice little cafe because I thought maybe while you were waiting for your trains, maybe you want to order like a cup of coffee or something like that. And then there are these lovely little tables here. I think it's all rather cozy, really. You can sit here and wait a little bit for your friends, and with the glass separating it, there's not as much hustle and bustle of the station here and all that, so that you have this nice little, kind of cozy area and not too crowded, not too crowded. You can also get a good view of parts of the water, and there's some roses out there. And if you look at the other side, you can see that there's cows on the other side, and you can figure out where your next move is. When you're coming here and you're going, oh no, I've been stuck in the city of the cat for an eternity. How do I escape? And you then realize that you can't escape, but at least you can go to the cafe. So that's good. And we'll go there in a second. check out some more of this. Actually, no, you know what? We will go here. This is the mountain station. This one is just kind of fun to me. Doot, doot. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come. That. There we go. Go. Ha ha! I caught it. It thought it could get away from me, but it couldn't. This one you see there's nowhere near as much redstone in usage. And you can look out there and look at that. You can see different parts of the city from here. But then, what's that doing there? Woo! Oh my god, it's so cool! Ah! Actually, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy just like looking out and just like seeing just like the blue, just like this really tall kind of building up here. Stop. There we go. Okay, cool. So this is the mountain station. This kind of takes you just a little bit opposite of right now. It's not, we're still in construction here and we're going to build more here stuff. But I mean, you know, this is a pretty nice little hallway here. But then you step out here and you can see, oh wow, that's really pretty. Oh my god, look at the mountain and the stone. If I was a dwarf, I'd feel right at home out here in the rain and the snow and the sleet and the mountain and water. But like this is actually not exactly opposite the side of the mining area, but it's sort of close. You know, so these two kind you can wouldn't be too hard. Like if this one was shut down, you could climb over it and get to here. My plan is to eventually I'm going to cut like a whole swath out and it's going to go down there so that you can get from to either station if you need to. And hopefully everyone will be able to enjoy it then. And this here, obviously, is next to the actual station itself with all of its little finery and stuff like that. But it's also like the big tower district area. My plan is eventually I'm going to start adding to have like a sky mall type thing to where you'll be able to like go into like that over there and there's going to be like an observation platform and things like that. And maybe you'll be able to 8 Warhammer figures on a mountain. I think that would be pretty epic. Pretty epic, if I do say so myself. But, and you can see down here, and this is just a long stairway. This just goes back to the station. So what we're going to do, though, just to make sure that there's at least one tram at the station, is we're going to go back here, and we're going to ride the tram back down so that anybody who needs to get to that station can. Actually, think of a better way to do this, because I mean the truth is I need to move that one mine cart so that both of the you can go up and down. This is what people want their YouTube content to be, right? Tram station repair. I mean, to be fair, I watch a lot of weird things on YouTube. I really enjoy watching like just like random people doing their jobs sometimes. There's this one YouTube channel where this guy just like takes you through like what it's like to work like at McDonald's. And I personally think that's pretty cool. Oh, that's why, because it started. Yeah, okay, so that's why I guess it just didn't have quite enough oomph. Well, I'm gonna write it part way back and then just to make sure that it works now proper. Oh wait, that's right. I'm sure has might need to put another little powered rail right there. I don't know, there is something very well. Okay, no, it's fine. Bye bye. When I'm not in creative mode, sometimes I like to just like jump onto these and just like ride up and down real quick. I don't know. It's just very nice, I think. And now there's a cart at both stations. Very good. Man, doesn't that look pretty? Like during the night? I don't know. There's just something very pleasant about this game that I really enjoy just like wandering around. You just get to see just like this whole big station built up and just, I don't know. As I've been working on this on again and off again for a variety of time, I I just really feel kind of, at home here. You walk around, you get to see all the, what the fuck are you doing? Dude, you're ruining my homey vibes. Thought I had on peaceful, but I guess I don't. Anyway, and then you get to see all this, like, and I just think that this looks really cool. Man, you ever just like find yourself feeling really at home, but like in a virtual place? Like I sometimes feel that way with like certain kinds of content and stuff like that. Like I don't know why, but like sometimes horror content kind of makes me feel at home sometimes. It just feels like nice and cozy. I guess I've sometimes thought that maybe the reason behind that is like because the problem in the horror content is like something you can see, something that's going to attack you, right? It's not like a weird existential threat. It's just like there, you know? I don't know. Yeah, no, and then this is going to be like a little market area basically where we were going to put like a bunch of stalls and stuff like that. And then you could go up here to the second level. And if you go into the second level, there's going to be some more stalls and stuff like that. I haven't put in the stalls yet, obviously. There can be stalls and things like that. And then you can look out and like you can see here, there's like the side of the building, there's like the big stairway. And if you look out this way, you can see, oh, there's the little medical center. We'll visit there shortly. And like all the little station parts and stuff like that. I really, really enjoy it. And the little lanterns, they give like a nice light glow. Man, this is putting me into like calm, sleepy mood. Wouldn't it be nice if we could all just curl up together with like a big cup of tea and like watch something? I kind of want to maybe Deep Space Nine. I don't know. For some reason lately, it's been like a lot of Deep Space Nine for me. Yeah, so this would be areas for more market stalls. Yeah, the funny thing too is that some of these places, it's less their function, but it's more like I remember what I was listening to, like when I was like, because I'll put on audiobooks and just start building and building, right? So this place, I was listening to this thing on the history of communism when I started to build it, and then I just kind of just kept going, I just kept building and building as I was listening to this guy talk about the history of communism and the history of like education and stuff like that. Oh man, this could be like a great like ASMR screen. Just like sit here and just like watch. Man, that's really nice. Anyway, we're not going to go underground quite yet. I'm going to show you guys the hospital. So like the idea here is that you'd come in here and then like, oh my god, help, emergency. There'd be a person here, right? And there'd be a person here. I keep yawning because I'm just like so comfy in this place. I'm way too comfy right now. Come, pat cat on head. Anyway, so there, so there would be someone right here working, right? And they would be talking to you, and they would ask what's wrong and stuff like that, and then you'd go through here, and this is was like one of our little waiting room areas, like if you had like a appointment or something like that type deal. And then this is the waiting area if you didn't have an appointment. You know, you go back here, and it's just I was considering putting some storage back here, but I think this is fine too. Huh? Who put this here? Anyway, so we just have this small kind of clinic, and here we have just a couple of patient rooms. Just, you know, a couple of chairs, maybe a bed for you to lay in, stuff like that. Well, these ones have beds for you to lay in because they were the patient's room for sure. So you'd come in here, you'd lay down, or, you know, get your examination. Get someone nice and calm to touch you and go, hey, you're really sick. And this was going to be kind of like the doctor's like actual office where he could just like sit and take a break and like look out and see like the nice cityscape around. I like it here. And of course, healthcare would be, you know, paid for by the state because why wouldn't we do that? I think I needed to make it a little bit bigger. Oh wait, no. Now I remember. I said that this was a waiting room. This is actually the break room for the nurses. Now I remember. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, because that's the break room for the nurses. This takes us to the monastery, so we're not going to go there quite yet, I think. I think first we will... Trying to think. I'll take you down here for a little bit. Actually, no. Here, I'm getting all discombobulated. I know how I'll do this. I mean, I'm saying this like I'm not just going to show you guys everything anyway, and that you're not going to just like hang out with me and have a nice little calming time, a nice little relaxing time. Boop boop ba doop, boop 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 ba doop, boop 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 ba doop. I think I wanted this to be like a little like office for like getting tickets and like directions and stuff like that, but I don't know if that ever came to fruition. Kind of need employees for that to work. These are the lamp designs or like the street lamp designs I kind of came up with. I don't know, I like them. They're really simplistic, but at the same time they provide a nice glow. Some of the walkways are covered, but a lot of them outside are not. So when it's raining, you get a little bit of rain, a little bit of rain. This building I had decided what it was going to be used for yet, but I thought it was kind of neat looking. Before we go into this one, I will show you this skulls because here you get some skull horses, some skeleton horses. I really like skeleton horses. I think they're very cute, and I think that they're good to take care of. You can put some hay on their ribs, and then they look like scarecrow horses. Isn't that neat? I think that's pretty neat. And then this here, and I'll kind of show you. This is the temple. If you go up here, you can kind of get a look at it from the top. You can see not really a crazy design. I just like kind of put it like so it looked like it was like not graduated, but like it's like tiered. There you go, tiered. Lots of light on top. Lots of roses around it as well. So here's the main hall of the temple, and the idea was going to be that these these are actually like brick slabs or whatever, but I thought they kind of look like cushions that people could sit on. So the idea is that monks would come and they would sit here and they would chant and stuff like that, and then this is where the lead monk would sit. Or I had considered trying to put like an image of like Buddha or something like that here, but like it just wasn't really working because like basically I'd start like putting a couple of gold pieces here and it just didn't look right. And I was also thinking back in like, early Buddhism, what they would have is like a footprint symbol or something like that, so that you could see that the footprints of the Buddha were here. But yeah, so that was the kind of the idea, is that maybe like the head monk would sit here and lead people in a chant and stuff like that. Like he's not really like above them per se. Well, that, or the other idea I had, and I think this is probably the one that I kind of ended up more sticking with, as I, or this is the one that I have stuck with, not that I think I stuck with, is like the idea is that like you leave the seat open for the Buddha and like everybody faces it and they all kind of like, engage in it and bow and chant and stuff like that. And I thought that with the way I've set up the lights in here, I thought it had a nice feel in this area. Very calm, very relaxed. It kind of makes me want to, take a seat here and contemplate things as slimes are killed. What did that slime do to deserve to die? Probably nothing. I don't know. Someone else set that up. There are a couple other people in this realm. Oh, that's another. Also, I like the tan and red together. And on both sides, you can see over there, there's a door. But there's doors that lead downstairs. And this was going to be like an inner sanctum for like the monks and stuff like that. So, well, first of all, I'll just take you through this little area here. Here you can see that there's some more zafus, some more meditation cushions to sit down on, and they would be able to sit here. And then there's some bookshelves here that would be covered in uh, literatures that they could read and think about. Here we have lots of grass. Here we have some smiths. These were going to be like furnaces. These were going to be so that people could smelt metal if they wanted to, but also so that they could cook meals and stuff like that. And then here's some crafting tables. Nothing too crazy so far. Oh my god. And then you see here I have just a couple of sitting places, some bookshelves and stuff like that, a couple bits of decoration. This is a nice little fountain, just to keep it. I thought it was a pretty effect. And you can see, if we go up here, this is a small monk room, just for a place for them to sleep and relax. And that's a sand block. And here's a slightly larger monk's room for like the senior monk. There's a big map, stuff like that, and a chest. What's in the chest? Book and quill and a bunch of dirt. Very good. And just like you fucking whore. Wait, I gotta fix this now. That wasn't very relaxed. That wasn't a relaxed response. Oops, I messed that up. There we go. There. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, just like this kind of comfy reading spot. And then this is here is one of the books I was working on. I kind of run around doing a bunch of different stuff at different times. Is it? Oh, it got rid of all the spaces. This is the Dhammapada. I started copying the Dhammapada into this, although it's kind of weird because it almost looks like it doesn't really have spaces in between those letters. So it's like all we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. If one speaks or acts with an evil thought, pain follows him. Yeah, this is, I can't remember which specific translation this is. Although we are a result of our thoughts, of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. If one speaks or acts with a pure thought, happiness follows them, like a shadow that never leaves them. He abused me, he beat me, he robbed me. In those who harbor such thoughts hatred will never cease. He abused me, he beat me, he robbed me. And those who do not harbor such thoughts, hatred will cease. For hatred does not cease by hatred at any time. Hatred ceases by love. This is an old rule. I always like that. I like the twin verses. I like the first part of the Dhammapada. And I was considering copying down like the whole of the Dhammapada and just like leaving it here for someone to come by and read if they wanted to. But yeah, just a little under temple library area, you know? I thought it was pretty cool. I very much enjoy having it here. Just like kind of coming here, listening to something peaceful. Closed door. That door's also closed. Also closed. Let's go outside. So that's the temple pretty much. It's not an overly complex building, and I try not to make it too complex. But the temple proper anyway, is located next to the area where we'll go down. We'll go down there after this. Is next to the monastery. See, I built this big monastery. I like these blue flowers a lot. But I built this big monastery, and this is just like an area where there's different buildings that all have their purposes for like farming and stuff like that. Here's wheat. The idea actually being that like if someone came in here and they needed wheat, there was just wheat for free for them to gather. Like they could just like, you know, walk up and take some wheat, and as long as they planted it back again, then it was fine, you know. Sugarcane, same thing. As long as you can cut down some sugarcane, as long as you make sure that there's still something there that can plant and grow. Operation Overlord cows. When I was naming all these things, I was walking around and I was listening to various different songs, and I just kind of went with whatever the song was playing at the time was. The idea here being for Operation Overlord. Anyway, the idea for the farm here was that you could come in here, and if you needed eggs or something, you could just come in here and collect them if you didn't have chickens, or if you needed like, you know, like some milk or something like that. The pigs, I hadn't really figured out a way. I mean, I guess you could just kill a pig, and as long as there's more pigs will come later, you know, a sustainable resource for people, and they can have meat if they want. I mean, I think they would do better to just not have the meat and instead take like the grain and the bread and stuff like that, but you know. Chickens in bathhouses. I always thought this was kind of funny sign. And then underground over here was another little quiet, kind of cozy. Oh, excuse me. There's another little kind of comfy reading space down here. And there was going to be continuation on this. I was going to build more and do more down here, but I haven't done that yet. So, in case you couldn't tell, I kind of wanted to build like a big reading monastery type place. This is the bathhouse. And there's a men's changing room and there's a women's changing room. We'll go to the men's changing room first. Just check it out. See, I built it in such a way where you could kind of get some privacy. Like the idea is that you could come into here and change, and then you could come out. Or, you know, go into here, change, and then come out. And it's like, provided someone's not like peeking around the corner, you should be able to go in, no problem. Actually, yeah, we'll do this. And then there's just a little bath area here. It's kind of dark. It's meant to be, you know, a nice little area for you to splish splash, have a bath in. And then you go in here, and there's some roses, a little bit of grass, same thing. More water splish splashing around. And the women's changing area is much the same, although this one I guess I kind of built weird thinking back on it, because now it's just like there's just one area where you can change, but like you can change, like two people could be in here. I guess I don't know how much that really matters. That wasn't like an intentional difference. It's just like I was building and building and building, and eventually like little weird things like that happen. Oh, here's the dormitories. So you know, you wanted to make sure that monks had like good places to sleep and stuff like that. So we have these little floors here. Not a crazy floor plan, just, you know, you can sleep in any of these beds, and there's always free beds around here for people to get into and you know, if it was a real bed where I was worried about stuff like that, we'd have people clean them every day, kind of thing. Here's more beds, and there's a couple. Right, there's two more floors, and all these monks, they would have like these kind of like saffron colored sheets. And I know that the Buddha said that we're not supposed to have higher luxurious beds, so they're not like, I like to imagine that they're not like super super comfy beds. They're just kind of like regular beds. And here's the fourth floor of the dormitory. We can't store a tremendous store. We can't have a tremendous amount of monks, but we can have a decent number of monks here. And you know, it's kind of like a nice little area if you wanted to like get a bit of rest, you know? Nice and comfy for just a little bit of rest. I like this red glass a lot, actually. I like this red glass. Isn't this nice? This just feels comfy. Maybe a little claustrophobic. Maybe we should widen that a little, but there's also more farm area. There's more pigs and chickens and stuff like that. And we try to make sure that they are comfortable, that they have plenty of stuff. They have, hi, sweetie, that they have water and food and grain and all that stuff. Um, and if you walk, oh, I need to replant. But if you walk around here, we have, this is like the emerald sitting area. The idea here being you just sit and contemplate things for a little bit. It's nice and calming and relaxing. You could just sit here and just kind of go, oh boy, water. Because water is good, you know. Look at that lily pad. Oh my god. This was gonna be like the like bakery around here so that the monks could, we would have one monk who would like work in the bakery more or less if they were more talented at that. Where did it sounded, it's okay, we're fine. And you see some piggies like this splash in the water. Hi piggy. Oink oink. I don't kill the piggies. I guess I just kind of have them hang out, really. Horse. A horse, of course. And then you can see here there's some sheep and stuff like that. The idea, obviously, being if you wanted to shear some sheep, there's always some that are just kind of ready to go. You can get all kinds of products here for free if you really wanted to. You could come in here and just set up a nice little bit of farming. Underground here, we have, excuse me, oink oink. We have our little mushroom area. So this mushroom area was so that we would constantly have a supply of mushrooms going and ready. And if someone wanted to, they could, you know, harvest some of these mushrooms. And then as long as they plant some more later on, we're good to go. Storage, plenty of storage for anybody who wants to come in and check it out. Man, this is such a nice area. Do you ever like build something a while ago and then like you come back to it and you're just like, wow, this has the vibe I've been looking for? Yeah, that's me right now. I'm experiencing the vibe. Fortunate son extra bed. Oh yeah, I also just set up like an extra bed in case someone just wanted like a place to just rest. Because this is like the walking entrance to the monastery right here. You can just kind of like walk in and there's, you've seen a good portion of it there. And if you walk out this way, there's some docks that somebody else built. My friend built some docks, and there's all kinds of stuff over there. I'll show a little bit of it. You can see he put a lot of work into these docks. He made them look nice. There's a ship out there. There's a ship right here too with a doggy on it, a little light tower, and I think he was gonna make a big pit. I just want to say something here. Yeah, he made a big pit. I don't I don't remember why he made the pit, but he was just like, I know what I'll do. Make a pit. And then he did. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, you can see he's got a bunch of different kind of stuff around here. I would need him to tell me what some of this stuff is, because otherwise I can only tell you so much about it. But yeah, there's all that. Oh, one of the only other buildings I did not actually show you is this. I don't know what I was originally going for with this. It kind of ended up looking like maybe like a Coptic church almost. And then, but then if you go inside, there's just some carpet and this. I was gonna use this for something, but I never actually came up with a use for it. So I instead just planted more trees and just kind of made it what it is. So there's all that. Now, this is going back to the hub. There's another station. And this one has like, I don't know if it's the longest ride, but it has a very nice ride. So we're gonna sit in there and we're gonna enjoy it a little bit. See, a little nice little waiting area. I, you know what? He just looks like he's having such a good time that I'm just gonna let him sit there for a little bit. Huh, I didn't even know you could do that. Minecart. Have fun, bud. And away we go. You can see, okay, now you can see again. The moon's out there and the ship's out there. I thought that's really cool. And you can see all the water. And there's the temple lit up from outside. Isn't this just wonderful? I thought so. Anyway. Sometimes we just have to create our own little homes. And sometimes we can create those online. Isn't that nice? I wish we could always create them in person, though. That would be better. Yep. All the big construction. That one does look kind of weird there, the way that arches. Oh. Oh, no, oh, no. Wait, there we go. So when that comes back, it'll just bonk it. It's fine. So yeah, no, and now we're back to the station. So now we're gonna head underground. Underground is my favorite part. Well, because partially because it's underground, but also because it's underwater. I was always a dwarf. Like the first Warhammer army I collected was dwarves, and I think I developed a sense of loving underground from them. This is gonna be built into something right now. It's just a door though. So we're gonna go down. Boop 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 boop. Actually, wait, no, we're gonna go up because I want to go down this different way. Oh my god, my little feet are tapping so fast. Running at the speed of sound. Okay. Now we're gonna go back the proper way. So you go down here and oh, what is this? A gigantic hallway with weird glass? That's part of it, but it's also that you can look underneath and look at all this stuff. Isn't this neat? And then there's a stairway going down. I really enjoy this. Oh man. Oh wait, we gotta go check that out. There's some turtles. These turtles just kind of hang out here. I don't know. I tried to put them in the water and they're like, nah. But I built a couple of houses. I'm going to continue building and like make like basically some suburbs and some sustainable housing here. But basically, it's just a real simple design. It's just, furnace, and no carpet around the furnace, so they just catch on fire. Crafting table, do 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 do. Children's room, do 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 do. Parents' room. A nice, family of four type house, and I built these like kind of like over and over again. And I say over and over again, even though I only built it like 3 times. And then I was acting like it's like a huge achievement. But you know, I was basically creating a little suburb, and I was going to make it so that everybody could come to my suburb and get a little house and have a nice little house in the suburbs if they wanted. And they could put a sign in front of their house, and it would make it named, and they could name their houses. And I thought that would be cool. There's the bathhouse. You can. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the dormitory. That's the bathhouse. Hi, turtles. All right. Okay. So, but yeah, you can look down under here, and there's like all kinds of water and stuff. And this is neat, isn't it? And man, when it's storming, this looks really pretty. And I greatly enjoy wandering around here and doing things. But then you go down here. Oh, look, a squid. Now you see, I really like this because now you can like look around at all the undersea life, and there's all this under. I don't know why I chose to do all these lanterns. Oh, look, a dolphin! Hello, dolphin. A little school of fish. Wait, can we get closer? Wow, dude. I mean, I know it's a video game, and you could just spawn one there if you wanted to, but just something about it like naturally coming here and like all the little leafies moving and stuff like that. It's just all so wonderful, you know? I like it a lot. So we're gonna go down this way first. And we're gonna, oh well, here you can kind of see some of the underwater stuff here. Doesn't that look cool? There's like a kelp forest over there, and there's all of this stuff here. You can see the above water there. That's the tram. So the red room. Not necessarily meant to be a David Lynch reference, but it kind of is. This was my idea that you could have like a little club in here. And you know, I put some stuff in here and stuff like that. I put different I don't know what this material is, but I put it everywhere. And then I put like, you know, there's like red table and stuff like that, and then black and red, and oh wow, look at this. And you come in here, you dance, dance your little heart out. Isn't it wonderful? I think so. But the idea here was that you could come down here and have a party, or you know, celebrate, do a little clubbing, stuff like that. And there's a little underground area for you to do that. Or underwater area, I should say. I guess it's technically both. And then that goes back up to the main area there. Let's go down this hallway a little bit. I had set up some more things for shops and stalls to be set up in here. You could set up each individual shop if you wanted to. We'll go there in a second. Some little roses down here for decoration. Another shop. And these are going to be extended. This goes right up to the hospital, so we'll be right next to the hospital if you go up here. But we're going to go back. Then you come into here, right? Ooh, romantic. And you come into here, and you have this big open area for you guys to have like a very nice meal. So you come in here and you're like, oh man, I want to impress my date. And it's like, well, you bring him or her or it or they or them or zer or whatever it is to here, and they have these very nice, these very fancy tables, these little fancy red chairs, and you can come in and sit down here and have just a good old meal. And this is a bigger one for like meetings and stuff like that. You can go back here. Not a super fancy kitchen, lots of furnaces, some ice, because this is supposed to be like the freezer area. Ooh, melon slices. You know you like that. Raw cod, raw beef, raw chicken. raw carrots, potatoes. You have all kinds of stuff back here. You want to make a stew? You got all the ingredients you need to make a stew right back there. And then you can come in here and make it. Isn't that great? Man, I love this place so much. I know I keep talking about it. Like I'm it's not even like if someone was showing me this, I'd be like, hey man, that's pretty. But there's something about it because like I built it with my own hands, my own paws. I thought maybe you guys would also like to see it a little bit, you know? You know? And we're gonna continue down here. This was like a little like if you get in trouble area here. Like a little jail type area thing, and then you go down here. Oh, water leaking. And see here. And then you sit in here if you've been bad. You don't get to see the nice stone. You have to sit here and look at the bad gray stone. Although that gray stone isn't actually bad. It's also nice in its own way. And then these are the areas here if you were a guard where you could come down here and take a nap and stuff like that. And I think that's a great, it's great to be able to go to work and be like, hey, I want to take a nap. And they're like, hey, here you go. Here's the ability. Here's where you go to take a nap. I love it. And then you go down here. More underwater hall. Ooh, it gets a little bit darker over here. So I'm still working on this place over here, but if you go into here right now, it's just leaking. Just a lot of water. Hopefully it won't kill you and drown you. And in here, we just have, you know, a tube, excuse me, a tube of lava as you do. And there's just, you know, an underground mine. We're going to extend it out further. I'm pretty sure currently this doesn't lead to anything. Yeah, it doesn't really lead to anything. Harpoon. But yeah. Man. There's one last thing for me to show you. And then we'll be over. Whoop. Okay. And here's the Great Glass Tower. This goes back to the beginning. You come in here, you look around. Wow, isn't that pretty? Isn't this neat? I really enjoyed showing you guys all this different crazy stuff we got going on. Why do I feel like I didn't show that? Oh, because I didn't? What is that? Oh, no, yeah, that is the red room. Never mind, I'm silly. I was like, that's totally the red room, isn't it? Yeah, that's the red room right there. That's like the upside of it. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed my little tour while I was having a lot of fun just checking out something I built a while ago and revisiting it. I think I'm going to do some more work on it, try to turn it into a full, real cool guy city, and we'll see where it goes from there. I hope you all have a wonderful day and maybe you like this slightly more relaxed, hissy type of video. I don't know. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day.